I mean, I don't know. I mean, and maybe they actually isn't very. I mean, or
Yeah, we should work.
overly so. Yeah, it's not an overly. It's in a Christian church, but it's not an overly Christian church. So.
is to be here together today to celebrate these fine young people. There have been many journeys to this place, full of different kinds of joys and heartaches, surely much laughter and also many tears, friendships forged, maybe some rivalries, hopefully some reconciliation, but here we are together today. And to begin this event in a spirit of prayer and gratitude, I invite each of you to take a moment in silence and to reflect on what it has taken for you to get here and for the ones that you love to get to this moment. Graduates, there are many people who are praying for you, who are hoping for your very best. And my prayer for you is that you may take what you have learned in this place, the good and the bad, and that you might go forth from here drawing upon the strength and the wisdom that we have gained together collectively. Amen.
Good morning. It's my great pleasure on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Wesleyan College to welcome everyone here, especially our graduating seniors. It's certainly an exciting day, a lot of excitement to come, a lifetime full of it. We know that you're going to add tremendously to the great legacy of Wesleyan graduates that have come before you. So we wish you the best and hope that all that you do will be successful. Thanks.
So many speeches in this book, I have to find the right one. Well, good morning. Welcome, everyone, to Wesleyan College and Commencement 2018. We are just delighted to see so many parents and friends and family members who have made an effort to be here for what is truly a milestone occasion in the lives of these graduates. And to you who are graduating this morning, we offer our most enthusiastic congratulations. Well done. Your efforts, your persistence, your hard work have brought you to this day, and we are so very proud of all of you. At the same time, I know that each of you would agree that no one arrives at this day completely on her own efforts. Behind you is a host of others. Parents who anticipated and prepared for this day, perhaps even from your birth. Teachers all along the way who encouraged you to strive for excellence. Friends and family who have championed your cause. Classmates who have accompanied you on your journey and cheered you on. And donors, the names of whom are mostly unknown to you, who made a Wesleyan College experience possible for many of you. But let's name some of them. Some of these names are familiar to many of you. Findlay, Lane, Monroe, Pitts, Knox McNeil. Take a moment in your heart to thank others who bestowed upon you gifts, scholarships, and other ways to help you complete your college education. For all of you here today who have supported these students, we say thank you. And for the untold numbers who are not here but are part of your journey, we invoke their presence. And while we cannot recognize all of you publicly, I do want to recognize one guest. His name is Dr. Lawrence Feldman, member of the Miami-Dade County School Board, and he's here as our special guest. More than 4 years ago, Dr. Feldman encouraged one of our graduates to participate in a college tour that brought her to Wesleyan. She wasn't sure back then that a college education was even possible, but with Dr. Feldman's encouragement, she visited Wesleyan, and together we came up with a plan that made it possible for her. She stayed in touch with Dr. Feldman ever since, and he in turn made it a point to be with us this weekend to see her receive her diploma, as did one of her elementary school teachers who taught her English. Thank you, Dr. Feldman, and thank you to the Lady Perez fan club. I've met many other fan clubs this weekend, and I see many of you out there. We welcome all of you. Seniors, we've heard great things about your plans. Just yesterday, we got the news that so far, about 20% of you are going right to graduate school, places like Emory University, Georgia Tech, George Washington, Tufts, Harvard, and University College of London, just to name a few. Almost half of you are already employed in companies such as Amazon and Chick-fil-A corporate offices and numerous hospitals and schools. Have we told you how proud we are of you? A few weeks ago, this campus was, as it always is in April, the scene of Alumni Weekend, when graduates of all ages returned to Wesleyan. The special stars of Alumni Weekend are the group fondly known as the Golden Bells, those alums who are returning for their 50th class reunion. And this year, 85 members of the class of 1968 returned for their reunion, setting what is an all-time record for the number of returning Golden Bell alums. I already knew many of these outstanding women. A couple serve on our board of trustees, but I had the opportunity to meet others during the weekend, and I had the opportunity to get to know even more through what they wrote as the rest of the story. They composed written narratives telling of their years between graduation in 1968 and today, 50 years later. 50 years, graduates, can you imagine 50 years from now? I was struck by how varied their lives were, how accomplished these women were, and how often, far afield, they had found themselves from the plans they had intended to follow. It's what Dr. Donovan described yesterday to the faculty as the butterfly effect. I think you've learned about that. A home economics major, do you even know what that is? Became a successful attorney. An athlete became a celebrated educator. A sociology major in midlife returned to Wesleyan and helped us turn around our recruiting program. A music major established a community music center. A biology major became a successful businesswoman. She credits her student activities with giving her the organizational skills to become an entrepreneur. A stay-at-home wife and mother became a young widow and made use of her degree in teaching to become a Latin teacher while teaching herself Latin. Time after time, I noted that these women felt a deep sense of purpose in their lives that went far beyond their professional accomplishments. And almost every narrative was the story of a woman who had found creative ways to make her corner of the world a better place through education, medicine, law, business, or as champions of civil rights and human rights. Like you, these women were prepared for the years that followed their graduation in 1968, some of the most complex years in American history. And they were prepared for the successes and the adversity they met by the preparation and the life experiences they gained from their years at Wesleyan. Now, it's undeniable that these women came of age in a time that is quite different from our time, from your time. After all, it was only that fall, the fall of 1968, months after their graduation in May, that Wesleyan's first African American students were admitted, the ones we celebrate as the first 5. But for all of their differences, these women of 1968, the arc of their lives is likely not too different from that of your own over the next 50 years. It's certainly possible that the year 2068, wow, that'll be your 50th reunion. It's entirely possible that 2068 will find you on exactly the same trajectory that you think you will be on now. It's much more likely that opportunity, life choices, and life circumstances that you can't even imagine today will take you in a different direction. You too will meet success and adversity. You too will find ways to make the world a better place. Your years at Wesleyan have amply prepared you for what lies ahead, and the liberal arts education that you received here will aid you in your ability to be flexible and to improvise when necessary. Now, I could launch into a wonderful, eloquent speech here about the value of liberal arts education, but I'll save that for another time, maybe fall convocation. My point is, I want you to relish the fact, cherish the fact that you are prepared for the road ahead. And while I will not likely be around for your 50th class reunion, I know that when you write your narrative, it will be a narrative of accomplishment, activism, fulfillment, and rich experiences, all deeply informed by your time at Wesleyan. Of course, the good news is that we don't have to wait 50 years to hear your story. When you stay in touch with the college, and we hope you will, we'll be able to celebrate your successes and cheer you on through the good times and the challenging times. That's another advantage of being part of this wonderful sisterhood. Now, today's speaker has a lot to say about the value of a small women's college because she's the graduate of one. It's my great pleasure to introduce Superior Court Judge Verda Colvin, who is here today with her mother, Geneva Britton, her daughter, Taylor Colvin, and the third one did not come, but we welcome you all. Let me tell you a little bit about Judge Colvin. Judge Colvin grew up in a single-parent home, never realizing what she didn't have, and refusing to let her circumstances define who she was. Judge Colvin was raised by a mother who believed there was nothing she could not do if she put her mind to it. She's the first person in her family to go to college, and after graduating from Sweetbriar College in Virginia, she went on to earn her law degree at the University of Georgia. Immediately after graduation, she joined a Charlotte, North Carolina law firm, later served as assistant district attorney in Clayton County, Georgia, assistant general counsel at Clark Atlanta University, and Assistant United States Attorney for the Middle District of Georgia. In 2014, Governor Nathan Deal appointed Judge Colvin as Superior Court Judge in the Macon Judicial Circuit. Judge Colvin is committed to service, professionally and personally. She was honored by Leadership Macon as the Robert F. Hatcher Distinguished Alumni Award as a community leader. And what a leader she is. She serves on several local and state judicial and criminal justice committees and is a member of several organizations and boards, including Rotary, the Boys and Girls Club, and the Fuller Center. In fact, some of you may remember that she led the Road Warriors for our recent Wow-A-Day partnership with the Fuller Center. And somehow she finds time to be a Girl Scout leader, a children and youth leader, a women's ministry leader, and a Sunday school teacher. But she describes her most important leadership role as that of mother to 2 children who are being groomed to serve as she has served. A self-described tough judge, Judge Colvin is famous for bringing the teens who appear in her court to tears, literally famous. 2 years ago, unbeknownst to the judge, a Bibb County Sheriff's officer videotaped an 8-minute message she delivered to a group of teens in her courtroom and placed it on Bibb County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. Well, it went viral and within 2 weeks had thousands of views. In the video, Judge Colvin tells the teens, whether anyone has ever told you before, you're special, you're uniquely made, be somebody. It doesn't take anything to be nothing. Nobody else can do what you are supposed to do in this world. One of our graduates experienced such wisdom and compassion many times this year through an experience with Judge Colvin, right, Diana? And now we all have the distinct honor to hear her words of wisdom ourselves. Judge Verda Colvin.
So much. Good morning. I'm happy to be here with each of you as I celebrate this morning the 118 graduates of Wesleyan College. I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank Dr. Fowler for inviting me to be your speaker on this occasion. I told her before I came in, as I told someone else, I hope I don't get emotional today. I'm a graduate from a women's college, and I know the power that you gain by going to a women's college. And so because of that, I ordered my daughter that she had to attend today to see and witness and feel the power in this room. Additionally, I'd like to thank Mrs. Holloway, the phenomenal assistant to the president. She is outstanding. She did everything and more to ensure that I was on point today. And so wherever she is right now, looking on video, thank you so much for your kindness. Graduating women of Wesleyan College, the class of 2018, today marks a new dawn, a new day. Each of you are the reasons why this is so. There are several things, 3 to be exact, that I want you to remember as you leave these hallowed grounds, this institution known as Wesleyan College. First, you are literally among the most prepared graduates of 2018. It was last reported in 2015 that only 1% of all women attend colleges that are designed exclusively for women. However, this 1% is the elite among women. You are uniquely destined for success in so many unconventional ways. It is a fact that colleges such as Wesleyan that are designed and orchestrated to educate women attracts the very competitive and driven student. This stimulating community in which you have immersed yourselves for the past 4 years, and some even longer, I understand, is a model of racial, ethnic, and socioeconomic inclusion and success. Your class includes students from 6 different countries and states as far away as Delaware, Hawaii, and California. Each of you have succeeded because you made the decision to engulf yourselves in an environment that produces more female graduates with majors in math or the sciences than co-ed institutions. You selected a haven that has provided you the opportunity to develop your minds to compete globally. In fact, women's colleges enroll a more diverse population of students than any of the comparison institutions. Wesleyan College is no exception. As a result of your matriculation through Wesleyan, the first college in the world chartered to grant degrees to women, you have gained unparalleled self-awareness. You have learned to value your intelligence. You have found your voice, and I am sure you have used that voice to amplify your opinions. You know that your needs matter and that you are empowered to create a phenomenal future for yourself and for our world. Your liberal arts education is the reason why you will become the next generation of successful leaders. That is because a liberal arts education enables you to think broadly, and it provides you the tools to continue being a thinker throughout your lives. You will find in years to come that your choice to attend an institution committed and focused on empowering women to take the challenges of this troubled world will be one of the best decisions you ever made. It has been for me. It's a new dawn. It's a new day because you, the class of 2018, are leaving these grounds and entering a world that desperately needs women to lean in. You're needed to push our society to rise to the creeds and principles entwined in the universal moral code, which guides who we are as beings living a human experience. Wesleyan prepares women who will lead this charge, and because of that, it is a new dawn. It is a new day. Secondly, never allow fear to suffocate your dreams. Dream and then do. Wesleyan women are expected to think and explore, to dream big. There is a calling on each of your lives. That calling is as different for those of you who will be attending graduate programs as it is for those of you who will be starting your career. Each of you will find your own path. It has been said that doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Did you hear what I said? Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. You must know and believe down to your core the first point that I made, namely that you are literally among the most prepared graduates in this class of 2018. Having matured in an environment that nurtured you and embraced the uniqueness of you as women, please know that all that you envision, you can indeed achieve. Don't ever settle for a job. Seek a passion. Pursue your respective disciplines with a fierce sense of urgency. Always remember, your career is what you're paid for. Your calling is what you're made for. That's a quote I created. Remember this too. Work for a cause and not for applause. Live life to express and not to impress. There's a difference. To do this, you must put purpose to your dream by benefiting others. If your focus is only on you and yours, you negate all that Wesleyan has invested in you as women. Our country suffers. Women currently constitute 50.6% of the United States population. However, there is still a 20% pay gap between women and men, and the gap is not expected to dissipate until 2119. If you are not one of the 66 graduates in the STEM fields, let me do the math. That's 101 years before pay parity is to be achieved. You must lean in. Each of you must lean in to achieve your dreams because there is a sense of urgency. 1 in 5 children live in poverty in these our United States, the world's largest economy. Women hold 52% of all professional level jobs, but only 15% of executive offices. And only 5% of Fortune 500 CEOs are women. Only 19% of those in Congress are women. Women hold only about 24% of STEM jobs. Even in the field of education, we must make strides. While women make up 76% of teachers, less than 25% of superintendents are women. These are just a few of the reasons, just a few, why fear can never be allowed to suffocate your dreams. Our world needs you. When you work to empower women, you inevitably empower the men in your life, the men and the boys of this world. You must lean in to move the world closer to where it should be. Don't look at what is, envision what can be, and take all the intellect, skills, and confidence you have gained at Wesleyan and make it so. You have experienced an environment here at Wesleyan where you were never told that you could not do something because it was too hard. Leave these sacred grounds today, vowing that you will never allow the naysayers to cloud your vision. Go through all the no's, all the closed doors to get to the open windows, to those crack openings to fulfill your dreams. Never give in to no. If not you, Wesleyan class of 2018, then who? Who will be the driving force to ensure that our society, our country, and our world persist in upholding the highest truths of democracy? It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And you, the Wesleyan women of 2018, must vow to say yes to your dreams, those dreams that will produce a future in which the fundamental principles of our democracy are enhanced, rather than degraded to meaningless verbiage. Third, find joy in your life and in your work. As important as it is to remember that you are the most prepared graduates of 2018 and that you will never allow anyone or anything to suffocate your dreams, you must find joy in all that you do, both in your personal life and in your work. It is reported that the average person will spend 90,000 hours at work over a lifetime. 90,000 hours. It matters how you spend your life. Unless you are independently wealthy, a large portion of your day will be spent in your respective careers. It is vital to your emotional well-being, your spiritual renewal, and physical health to enjoy what you do. I mentioned passion earlier, because if you can be passionate about your career, the work that you will do for those 90,000 hours of your life, then you will find joy in spending a third of your life doing that work. Spending a third of your life working demands that you find some joy in your work so that the rest of your life doesn't suffer. August 2017, the Gallup's World Poll found in a survey of 200 countries that 85% of employees hate their jobs. Forbes magazine reported that work is more often a source of frustration than fulfillment for nearly 90% of the world's workers. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. As a result of obtaining your degrees today, you have already enhanced your career satisfaction. Pew Research reported that in 2016, 60% of those with a bachelor's degree report that their work gives them satisfaction. You're already halfway there. I challenge each of you to find joy in whatever discipline you choose. Joy is that emotional fulfillment that comes from within and exudes without. It is not based on momentary highs of excitement, but instead on those basic tenets that makes one's life well-lived. And please listen to these basic tenets: something to do, something to give, and someone to love. Those are the emotional components that make a life of joy. Whether you follow the path of the Buddha, the example of Jesus Christ, the supreme spirit known as Brahman, have a belief in one omnipotent God, or understand God to be infinite love, you must keep those spiritual guides at the forefront of your life, at work and at play. Remember, even as you're defining yourselves professionally, cultivating a personal life is an important part of being joyful. Cultivate and cherish your personal relationships with family and friends. Even though we know once you leave these doors today, you will never ask your parents for money again. Can you tell I'm a mother of a recent graduate? Take time to come to know your parents in a mature way as you explore life more fully. They will always be your strongest supporters. Cherish your friends, as life's experience will ultimately show you that having even a few is very precious and rare. Dare to find joy and make peace with who you are, where you are in your life, and why you are here in this space and time on earth. When you make peace in this way, you will ultimately find joy. Wesleyans before you have recognized the value of being educated here at this fine institution. They have accomplished dreams that they had as they sat in the same place as you, and in doing so found joy. Some of them include Sarah Lynn Collins. She's pursued her passion to provide local farm-to-table food in her restaurant, Grow. And in the process, she gives back by giving those who have faltered in their lives employment, which enables them to be productive citizens. Amy Fletcher, a Wesleyan board member, is a CPA and an attorney with Martin Snow. One of my friends says she's an overachiever. Your very own Virginia Bowman Wilcox is an associate professor of education. Cindy Busby serves as the assistant vice president of corporate communications and business development with Navicent Health. Finally, just another example for laughs, but also, woohoo, Phaedra Parks, an attorney and former star of Atlanta Housewives. Your alumni have vast experiences, and they're making differences locally and globally. Women colleges designed exclusively for them can make a difference in the world. I'm going to leave you with this last point to let you know that I'm not telling you something because I happen to be the commencement speaker. I didn't ask my daughter to come here to hear me speak. Typically, she never goes with me to hear me say anything. The only thing she has ever heard is that video that went viral, and she heard it because her friends told her about it. But I want to share, I want you all to know that what I've said to you today, I mean from the bottom of my core, every single thing I've said. And let me end by sharing this illustration. There were two women from two different worlds, both from Georgia. One from the affluent side of town, which she wouldn't categorize as such, but it was Dunwoody, Georgia, back in the 80s. The other from Southwest Atlanta. Both of them attended public high schools that looked very differently. One was filled with minorities, the other one were majority students. Unbeknownst to each other, they went to the same college. They were exposed to a well-rounded education, which demanded an understanding of many perspectives, much like you have to do here. They happened to share a class together, government. And in that class, they met each other and found out they were both from Georgia. So at that point, they became road hogs. So every occasion they had to go home for a break, they would ride together. The young lady from Dunwoody had a Volkswagen with a convertible top. And as they would drive down the highways going back to Georgia, many times it would break down. They're a college student, who cares? So they would call her dad, who would in turn come wherever the car broke down to pick them up. So that's how they became friends. They continued their studies, ultimately graduated, neither really giving much value or knowing the impact of the institution they attended. They went their separate ways, going different routes. One became the first female partner in a law firm in Columbus, Georgia, and she is now serving her second term as the first woman to serve as mayor of the city of Columbus with more than 200,000 residents. The other one became a proficient prosecutor, going from state to federal prosecution after working for a civil rights law firm in North Carolina. She became the second woman and the first African-American woman to sit as a Superior Court judge in Macon-Bibb County. The mayor of Columbus is Teresa Pike Tomlinson, and the Superior Court judge is none other than myself, Verda Colvin, standing before you today, graduates of a woman's college, Sweetbriar College to be exact. This is just one of a million illustrations of what women's colleges do for women. And when I first went to one of the events that Teresa had as the mayor of Columbus, when she invited me to come and join her, I smiled and I thought, as we traveled down those roads together, not knowing each other before we met in government, we did not know what our college did to empower us. Those are two women coming from women's colleges, just like your alumni that I mentioned before. This thing is real. You're expected to do great things. Women colleges produce leaders who know how to lean in and make it happen. It matters not where they're from, their cultural backgrounds, or our differences. This education, this type of education, empowers and uplifts and produces women who are visionaries in action. They say the first appearance of light in the sky before sunrise is known as the dawn. Dawn refers to the transition from night to day as the sky gets brighter and the morning twilight heralds the beginning of a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And the Wesleyan women of 2018 are showing the way, going the way, because they know the way. Lean in, Wesleyan women of 2018, and make it happen. Congratulations.
ladies indeed. Thank you, Professor Cheek and the concert choir. In 2012, Wesleyan College was selected to participate in the prestigious Algernon Sidney and Mary Mildred Sullivan Awards program, created in 1890 to honor its two namesakes, who set a standard for character and service that was a hallmark in their era and is still today. These awards, represented by a bronze medallion, are now given annually by the Sullivan Foundation to recognize individuals whose character and dedication to service distinguish them as examples for others. Since 1934, the Sullivan Foundation has presented these awards at selected colleges and universities in the American South. And Wesleyan is just one of 6 institutions in Georgia approved to participate in the program. We are thrilled to have established this tradition of giving the Mary Mildred Sullivan Award to a graduating senior during commencement, and we continue this tradition this morning. At Wesleyan, the Sullivan Award is presented to the graduating student who best exemplifies excellence in character, leadership, service to the community, and commitment to spiritual values. This year marks a slight departure from tradition as we recognize 2 students who have met the high standard. These students arrived at Wesleyan in the fall of 2014 and immediately immersed themselves in the life of the campus. They soon discovered the Lane Center, began to volunteer, and quickly applied to be servant leaders, gratefully accepting the demands the position requires. They have excelled both individually and together in the varied activities of our signature service program, Aunt Maggie's Kitchen Table, juggling their academic and athletic responsibilities to participate in Saturday school and in tutoring the Aunt Maggie's children at Matilda Hartley Elementary School. Their work as servant leaders has involved multiple projects, working with senior citizens, animals, at-risk children and youth, individuals with developmental challenges, and so much more. But their special project has been Operation Christmas Child, the project of an international relief organization to provide needy children around the world with shoeboxes filled with toys and supplies for Christmas. These 2 led this initiative for 4 years, ordering the boxes, soliciting donations from students, faculty, and staff, and organizing their peers to pack the items. They even dug deep into their own pockets to complete boxes that lacked items, and then they drove the boxes to the drop-off places. They've been quite active in other parts of campus life too, playing on the softball team for 4 years, where they chaired the Cans Across America campaign for the conference, collecting enough canned goods to come in 5th out of 18 schools, many much larger than we are. They have both served on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee and have earned awards for their athletic play. In fact, their coach for 3 years describes them as extraordinary teammates and quality players, always contributing to the team in any way they could. They've been active in their class's stunt productions and in the washboard band. One of these recipients has said, "Working with the children of Aunt Maggie's has helped me see that education is my calling. The experience she's had in her work with the Lane Center has, in her words, inspired me to continue serving and building relationships in the community." She will soon begin work in a Master of Arts in Teaching degree at Georgia College. The other recipient talks about the joy that service has brought into her life and how her work in projects like Operation Christmas Child helped her develop as a leader, allowing her to take on roles that she never thought she could do. She too is determined to continue serving her community, empowered by her experience as a Lane Center servant leader and her preparation as an environmental studies major. Each of these fine young women exhibits in her every pursuit character marked by a deep sense of gratitude and a desire to make life better for others. I'm proud to recognize the recipients of the 2018 Mary Mildred Sullivan Award at Wesleyan College, Valerie Clower and Victoria Clower.
to the Wesleyan community for 27 years. This will be his last commencement with us due to his retirement. During his time at Wesleyan, Dr. Taylor has held the Clara Carter Acree Chair of Social Sciences. He has led our EMBA program since 2002 and has chaired the business department since 2000. He is known for his dry humor, his willingness to do whatever it takes to help our students. For the 8th year, Dr. Taylor has been the recipient of the Charles Koch Foundation grant to support student research. Dr. Taylor exemplifies what is best about Wesleyan College. He is inspiration to his colleagues and his students in and out of the classroom. For his extraordinary service to the college, excellence in the classroom, and exemplary character, the members of the Board of Trustees of Wesleyan College voted at their February meeting to bestow upon him the title of Professor Emeritus of Economics. Congratulations, Dr. Taylor. Okay, we're at the part you came for. As we call each name today, could you please honor the dignity of this occasion by restricting your response to just an applause? Save your expressions of congratulations until the last name is called, and I promise we will celebrate together. We just want to make sure every name is heard. All right. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please rise? President Fowler, on the recommendation of the faculty of Wesleyan College, I present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Georgia, and upon recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you and each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto.
Will the candidates please come forward? Ria Adakare, summa cum laude. Jacamia Alucia Michelle Anderson. Leanne Nicole Ashton, summa cum laude. Jessica Lynn Estelle, cum laude. Vanessa Battle. Sarah Ruth Bellflower, magna cum laude. Zana Ronette Bigham, magna cum laude. Maggie Bloom, cum laude. Awita Ann Broad. Takia Brooks. Emily Burdett. Savannah Marie Cameron. laude. Shishin Chung, in absentia. Valerie Novadine Clower. Victoria Antoinette Clower. Sarah Cook. Allison Crawford, in absentia. Claire Hayden Crawford. Allison Crochet, in absentia. Kristen Olivia Denard. Amina Durham, cum laude. Bella Estrada. Jessica Miranda Ezel, cum laude, in absentia. Male Ole Vava U Fiaseu. Wanda Freeman. Gabriela Elena Garcia, summa cum laude. Peyton Christina Gates. Heather Giddens. Erica Green. Darlene Floyd Griffin. Taylor Hauser. Ying Ying Hu, magna cum laude. Jessica Hensley, magna cum laude. Seychelle Allison Hercules, cum laude. Brooke Nicole Hester, magna cum laude. Taylor Madeline Hoy, summa cum laude. Deidre Inabnet. Asia Catherine Jackson. Jia Jing. Sydney Johnson. Bliss Jing Lon, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Lonnie. laude in absentia. Kylie Elizabeth Lovett, cum laude. Lindsay Elizabeth Meyer, summa cum laude. Christina Mikola von Furstenreck. Liana Michaelion, summa cum laude. Nyana Narcisse Miller. Quiana Mobley. Monica Mohante, magna cum laude. Alexis Hope Mulali, cum laude. Tu Nguyen, magna cum laude. Janet Ng, magna cum laude. Santara Noth. Haley Kian O'Brien, cum laude. Lathy Perez. Gabrielle Elandra Pollard. Mary Victoria Elizabeth Randolph. Joy Alexandria Rochon, cum laude. Ariel Danielle Richardson. Katie Simonis in absentia. Emily Sessions. Iyu Shua. Eva Stephanie Simonton. Zamoria Ariel Simpson, cum laude. Mary Ann Steinbach. Trinicia Yvette Stevens. Diana Simone Stills. Zakia Strozer. Victoria Sun. summa cum laude in absentia. Shamikar Trawick. Brooke Singer. Anjola Upreti, summa cum laude. Elena Walker, cum laude. Mei-Ling Wong, summa cum laude. Kiera Jade Warren. Leslie Watkins, cum laude. Lizzie Wells, in absentia. Tadrika Williams, magna cum laude. Jing Wu, magna cum laude. Amy Xiong, cum laude. Blair Xiao, summa cum laude. Kerr Yong, magna cum laude. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree please rise? President Fowler, on the recommendation of the faculty of Wesleyan College, I present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Georgia, and upon recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you and each of you the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto.
Will the candidates please come forward? Leanne Nicole Ashton, summa cum laude. Keandria Asia Epps, magna cum laude. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree please rise? recommendation of the faculty of Wesleyan College, I present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Georgia, and upon recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you and each of you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto.
Will the candidates please come forward? Maya Nicole Anderson. Katie Elaine Burke. Christian Culpepper. Juliana Young Dean. Arrington Renia Ellis. Jessica Marie Floyd. Amber Gomez, cum laude. Destiny Renee Gordon. Leticia Montreala Denise Grimes. Brittany White Holloway. Olivia Huckins. Kanisha Jackson in absentia. Pratima Kadka. Caitlin McNeil. Alyssa Amaris Pacheco. Emma K. Pickett. Shantae Tianreese Reeves. Natasha Shinholster. Dina Skinner. Kate Amanda Smith. Ashley Wainwright. Taylor Toms. Brittany Logan Umba, cum laude. Holly Warren. Wilcox. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the class of 2018.
Graduates, our world needs you. May you be blessed that you might be a blessing to others. Now go forth from this place to live out your call, to live for a cause, and to express yourselves in the fullness of your glorious being for the sake of a more just, peaceable world. You did it!